there, Tiki-Taki friends. How's it going? I decided, what the heck? It's Thursday night. Let's make a grapevine. So I bought a bunch of supplies. I went to the Craig Bachman warehouse sale in Frankfort, Illinois. They are a wholesaler, but twice a year they do open up to the public in March and then again, I think in September for fall. And I went 3 times. Okay. All right. But I can get supplies really inexpensively, so this is my chance to really maximize profit here. So that's why I went. But what inspired this whole thing, Deluxe ribbon. This beautiful, gorgeous, fantastic, sexy ribbon. Ooh. It's so pretty. It's got hydrangeas on there. And so I threw this in my basket right away because I was like, oh my gosh, I also have it in a 4-inch, but I'm just going to use 1.5 for this. But then I ran across, I only have 3 of these, but I ran across these beautiful, they're like real touch hydrangeas. Absolutely gorgeous that are going to go with this. I found a bunch of different kind of purple greenery to kind of throw in there with this. This actually has some of the light purple, dark purple. It echoes a lot of the different shades of purple that are in that purple hydrangea. So I thought, let's make something. We're going to do something really pretty. Now I am going to try to do something I don't normally do, and that is to make a bow by hand. My hands have some tendon issues, but this time I really want to try to make a bow by hand with this beautiful 1.5-inch ribbon. Now I am not going to dovetail this. I'm going to do just like they did here. I'm going to just bend the ends, have something really pretty. So let me go grab, I want to have a zip tie handy, and then I'm going to want to have a chenille stem handy. All right. All right, so I'm going to drop, I got my ribbon right down here. I'm going to move my glue out of the way lest I get anything on this beautiful, sexy ribbon. Look at the back. It shimmers. It's shiny. Are you seeing anyone? Because you are just absolutely gorgeous. And never mind. I like ribbon. All right, so we're going to figure out, this is a smaller grapevine now. Let me measure how big this is. This is probably, it's about a 14-inch grapevine, okay? It's slightly oval, but it's really more round. It's just got a little point up there. It's got a little nippy action going up at the top. Maybe it's cold. I don't know. But we're going to do that. So I don't want this to be a massively huge bow, but I do want the tails to come down. So I'm going to go like that. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to pinch. Okay, we're going to pinch. Let me see, how wide do I want my loops to be? This is pretty good, okay? Then I'm going to pinch and twist. I'm going back around here, okay? Pinch it again. I want to make sure my loops are the same size, as close to the same size as I can get it. Look, things on me are not the same size, so I know nature doesn't make things exactly symmetrical, all right? But, ooh, my hand's hurting already. All right, here we go. Do another loop. All right, I'm holding it in here. This needs to come up a little bit. All right, that is the same size. Now I'm going to do a pinch and twist. Coming back around. Is this the same size? No, that is too big. I really do prefer using a bow making tool. I wanted to challenge myself today, and I'm really regretting it, if I can be honest. My hand friggin' hurts already. All right, here we go. Doing the old pinch and twist again. Ouch. Oh, tendons, why have you forsaken me? Okay. There we go again. All right, that is good. Pinch and twist. Right over here. I probably should have dropped this down onto the floor, but then I'd have to bend over and pick it back up, and to be honest, I'm not a fan of bending over. I get a little lightheaded, and then I stand up, and then I almost passed out at the warehouse sale because I kept bending down to look at the ribbon down below, and I should not have done that because I stood up too quick. I think I have some blood pressure issues. Man down, man down. All right, making sure that, yep, they are the same size. So I've got 3 loops on either side right now. Let's go to 4. All right, I'm gonna switch hands for a second. Give my other hand a break. All right, flip, 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 flip. Yep, little big, little big, little big. All right, I'm gonna go pinch and twist. I know I'm using quite a bit of this, but it's okay because it was 50% off the marked price, ladies and gentlemen. 50% off! Woo! I think I want to do just one more set of loops. Yeah, this was $8.36 and then half off. Ask me why I go and spend so much twice a year. That is why, my friends. That is the magic. All right. Here we go. Last loop on this side. Make sure it looks good. Yep. Okay. I'll come down and do one more loop on this back side. Boy, my hand is going to be angry at moi when I am done. Pull it a little bit. The more you make bows, the more you can eyeball it pretty good, but sometimes it's a no. Sometimes I just gotta make it. All right, so got it here in my hand. I'm gonna put this pipe cleaner right behind all that. I'm gonna grab my zip tie. Here we go. Pull, 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 pull. Nice and tight. It's been a long time since things have been nice and tight. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Here we go. All right. Snip this off. Now I still have not cut the other end yet. Okay. All right. Let's do this with my bow. Down, up. There we go. So if I go down on the left, I want to come up on the right. Then down on the right, kind of come up on the left. Then I like to put these kind of in the middle. Boy, this is a gorgeous ribbon. I've not bought anything from this Deluxe brand yet, but I'm going to be buying more in the future. This is a very nice ribbon. I'm going to pinch these two together because we don't want to see that zip tie in there, do we? No, we do not. All right. All right. Now I'm coming down to, how am I going to cut this? Okay, so that is where it ends, but I need to be able to bend this up. So let's see where this cut before. All right. That was a bend and a bend. And now I'm going to do the same thing. A bend and a bend. Gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Wow. Wow. Let's look at this bow. Max, sorry. At least you are of age, Max. I don't feel bad saying some of this stuff, but yeah, I'm kind of gross. I'm being my authentic self. Thank God my daughter's upstairs. She's only 12. I've already corrupted her, though. She's got about as dirty mind as I have right now. All right, here we go. So that is going to be our sexy bow. I'm too sexy for my bow. Too sexy for my bow. Too sexy. I'm a boho. Yeah. That always made me laugh. People call it boho, like for bohemian. I'm thinking like, no, man. That's not the kind of boho I'm talking about. But that's all right. That's okay. All right. I'm going to get this baby in here. Now I'm going to leave the right side of this wreath empty. I want to showcase this in all its natural beauty, except for, this is like my straight chin hairs, guys. What do I do at night? I do that. Otherwise I get a little 5 o'clock shadow. Yeah. Yeah. If you know, you know. All right. Well, I'm glad I made it by hand. Would I try to do one again by hand? No, I would not. They hurt. Right in here, man. Right in there. Okay, so I'm not going to put my hydrangeas in yet. So they are going to be gorgeous. I wish I had 4. I only had 3. I'm going to put 2 on the top and then 1 down toward the bottom. Okay, and I know these are kind of big for this wreath frame, but I wanted the scale to be a little different with this one. Okay, so I'm going to start by putting in, I have 2 of these, and they're sparse. These are just going to be kind of like some filler bush in the back. Okay, just kind of snipping this off. I'm making multiple pieces out of this. 1, 2. Oh, jeez. Jeez Louise. 3. Oh, come on. Oh my gosh. That was tough. Okay, I gotta do it again. This time I'm gonna I'll use my DecoExchange ones this time. Let's see. Yeah, these are easier. But my daddy gave me these, so I like to use these. These have sentimental value. All right, I'm gonna start by taking the ones that were at the end. So it's got like the 2-prong biggies. Where's that one? And I'm gonna put 1 up and 1 down. Okay. I should have used a glue pot, but the last time I did, I was stupid and I touched it by the black around the outside edge, and I burnt the shit out of my hand. So Mama Linda ain't gonna be doing that no more. I'm not using it. I'm just gonna stick for right now with my good old, hurts me a little bit less glue gun. Okay, so I'm just putting some glue on there. Trying to frame what is going to be my furthest points, top and bottom. Okay. I'm gonna hit that with a little extra glue. I couldn't do that with the glue pot, could I? No. Look, glue pot, I love you, okay? It's nothing personal. Nothing personal. I don't want to die by glue gun, okay? All right. Next piece, I'm gonna put, actually I think I'll probably make this a bit smaller. And I'm not filling this out a whole lot. These are just gonna kind of meant to be little here and there pieces, right? Just kind of filling some in here, a little some in there. There we go. I'm not putting a sign on this. Contrary to what I normally usually do, I'm not putting a sign on there. Ouch. Ooh, I am sweaty. I got my hair chopped off today. It's shorter. It's what I call, it's the menopause do. I had longer hair, trying to be a little sexy. For who, I don't know. I'm a widow. It's just me and the dog. But I got too hot, and I said, screw it, the hair's got to go. Mainly because, honestly, a lot of times when I am on a live, it becomes to the point where it's horribly distracting and extremely uncomfortable for me. So, again, if you know, you know. It's horrible. So, I got rid of it. I'm also going to be in my stepdaughter. We're going to my stepdaughter's wedding next Saturday. She's getting married out in Iowa. We are so super excited for this. And I'm doing my own hair. So I needed to have hair that was in a state where I could probably do it myself. Here we go. Polka dot wreath, go! Tammy, I was watching you earlier. I did not know you were moving. That's so exciting. I mean, exciting, but I know it's a heck of a lot of work. Terrible amount of work. If I were closer, I would come help you because I love packing and I love unpacking. I'm weird. I have a sickness. I don't know what it is. I'm kind of strange that way. I don't mind doing it for other people's houses, but I don't like doing it for my own house. Why? I don't know. My house is kind of turning into a bit of a sty, but that's all right. I keep telling myself, after the wedding, everything will go back to, I'll have more time and have more time. No, I'll just find another excuse. I bought that little that steamer thing that I saw on TikTok about, you know, it's got the nozzle and it's going to steam clean everything. I asked for it for Christmas. Have I used it yet? No. That would involve me cleaning. Ugh. All right, one more piece I'm going to try to fill in kind of right in there. This is a little big, so I'm going to take it off that stick. Here we go. These really are good. I got to start using these more. I had put them in the stuff where I make my tomato cage trees. I have a whole bin of supplies for that, and I stuck those in there, and then I couldn't find them for the longest time. And then I kind of just forgot they existed. Kind of how my first husband made me feel. Oh, did I say that? Oh, I'm so sorry. Anyway. Sorry if you're watching. All right, so now I'm going to put in, so this is our favorite. This is 60919. Okay, I got this at the warehouse sale, guys. Look at this. It was $2.58 and I got it for like $1.26.5. I don't know. I can't do math, but I got it for half that. Can you believe that? I mean, there were only two, and I grabbed them both. I just about fell off the floor. I was like, are you kidding me? This is normally like $8. So I was super excited, but I'm going to take this apart. Okay. Ooh. Ooh. All right. I'm going to trim some of this off. So I'm going to kind of put this in as some base. Now, there are usually 3 pieces on here. We want to, first of all, take off the price tag. Yeah, I'm classy that way. All right, I'm going to separate these out. We want to fluff it up. Be a fluffer. Do not look up what a fluffer is online. You are not like the search results, and you're going to start getting some really weird shit in your feed. Don't look up fluffer. But it's a person that assists on adult movie sets to make sure that the actors are up and ready to go. Yeah. I did not know that for the longest time. Here we go. Not that I watch those films. The only films I get to watch are animated, or we started Mufasa last night. My daughter made it 30 minutes in, and then she said we had to stop. So I don't know what happens. I assume he becomes the Lion King. Here we go. I'm going to add glue onto this now. So I'm going to put this in. This is going to kind of be upmost piece kind of sticking out right there. There we go. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm loving it. All right. Add some more hot glue. Don't burn myself. Don't burn myself. Okay. Doing good. Spreading it all out. That's why I love this. It fills up so much, and yet there's, like, we don't have to go hunting for it. It comes like this. It's a time saver, and it really is gorgeous. I love it. I have it in, like, pretty much all the colors. I even have, like, some black with some pink and white. I can't wait to start making Halloween stuff. Like, when can we start making Halloween? When is it socially acceptable? Not to put it out, mind you, not to put it out in front of our house. When is it socially acceptable to start making the Halloween? Ooh. Even just this on a grapevine. Beautiful. I love it. And I actually have two extra pieces from something else I'm going to use to fill in the sides. Okay, now I'm going to fill in this bottom 60919 right here. Let's pull it apart. Here we go. Donna, were you asking how much was the mixed greenery? Or how much is what I'm making? Because I don't know yet. I don't know the cost of everything I've put into it yet. So I got to kind of work backwards from that. All right. This one. Trim up this one. Let me make sure I'm not... You know what? I'm gonna bend you guys back a little bit. Hold on. You're going for a ride. You're going for a ride. Whoa. 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 Okay. I think that's better. I think that's better. You guys can see better. The wreath, yeah, I don't know yet at all. I'm gonna have to go back and do the math on it. I will list this at sweetariadecor.com so you can see that. That is my Etsy site where I list all of my finished products for sale. I also am starting to sell. I've got wreath kits out there, and I am starting to sell supplies. Not huge quantities, but things that I'm able to get at a good price. I'm trying to pass that savings on to you. My used car salesman pitch. Okay. Now there's like little, you see these little stickies that are kind of sticking up? These drive me nuts. So I just curl them around my finger, and there we go. Okay. These are the ones that I usually put at the very end of my project. I put that one up there. This one's going to kind of come in and be down here. All right. So we're going to stick this guy in. Here we go. Gluing it, gluing it, gluing it. Oh, fudge. That one hurt. That one hurt, guys. That hurt. But I did not say the bad word. So, yay me, I did not say the word that I really wanted to say. Fire truck. All right? That's the word, fire truck. I like to trim this all so that it's all even. That way when I go to stab it in here, it's not going to go a million different directions on me. I could also use my pick machine to add some picks on there, but I don't think I need to right now. I think it's good. All right. I'm trying to find the best spot. All right. Spreading it out. All right. I'm going to be very careful right now not to get any glue on this bow. There we go. I'm actually going to hit it with a little extra glue in there just because I don't want it to go anywhere. This particular grapevine has a lot of space in there. Not a huge fan of that, but all right. This was my other leftover from a different project, so I'm going to go put that in the side. So you want to fill out, you see right in here, it's kind of a little bare, a little patchy. Here we go. Snip to make it even. I forgot that it's Thursday night, guys, and this is my night that I usually spend watching TV. I'm going to record all that stuff tonight. I gotta work. I was out today. I was doing too much stuff with getting my hair done, and I need to get some business stuff done. Plus, I was making stuff for my stepdaughter's wedding. It was the QR barcodes that you can, like, you print them out and you put them on the tables, and then guests can upload their own photos of the wedding to that site. So, I got that done. I wish they'd had that when I got married. One of the first 2 times. That would have been cool. Because then you get all the fun candid shots. Because isn't that what most of us want? Like, we don't want all the, the staged shots are great. Sometimes you just, I'm going to add more glue. You just want pictures of your friends getting drunk and acting like idiots. And those are the ones that we want. Absolutely. My favorite picture from my adult daughter's wedding. She got married 2 years ago. My favorite picture. Hold on a second. This is giving me fits here. Get in there. I said get in there. Thank you. Sorry. This was listening to me about as good as my 12-year-old listens. My favorite picture was taken by my daughter's photographer, who's also my friend and former coworker. But my daughter didn't know this at the time, but she was on the dance floor and she was, she was rocking out. They were playing like I don't know, like let the bodies hit the floor, something great. You know, she's getting down with it, and she had her middle fingers up, jumping up and down with my daughter, the bride, and that flipping off the. It's my favorite picture. I can't wait till she gets married someday, and then hopefully my older daughter will have children of her own by then, and they can do the same thing at her wedding. It was just, I didn't tell her to do it. She doesn't know what it means. It was just, that's just kind of how I think she was trying to do this, but she didn't get that. She got something else. Yeah, so that was funny. All right, now we have, I only have one of these, so I'm gonna have to be a little sparing, This was $5.64. I paid half. Now these are not super strong, so I can't take them apart too much. These are, oh, they're all stuck together. Hold on. There's some fuzz. Ugh. There's some fuzz. I don't know where it came from. Didn't come from me. My fuzz is not that color. All right. Here we go. We've got basically 4 pieces of this. So I can do 2 on the top, 2 on the bottom. I do have some other stuff too, but after this I'll probably put the hydrangeas in. But I can already see where I'd like to put one, and that is going to be right down at the bottom. Kind of like, I don't know if I can get it in, right in there. Get in there. Get in there. All right. I'm going to bend one to kind of come down. So it kind of like spreads it out a little bit, right? Bring that one up. That one kind of in the middle. There we go. So it's kind of, it spreads it in there, which I like. This is the next bigger one. So I'm going to kind of try to do the same thing up in the top there. Here we go. Doo-doo-doo. Guys, I'm counting down the days till I get to go to Wreath Makers Live. I cannot wait. My 12-year-old's like, I want to go too. Oh, no, you're not. That is the only time I get away by myself. Not that I don't love her, but single widow parent is hard. It's different than being a single parent where you can, you know, give custody for the weekend, or they can take over for you. Like, they're just not here at all, and it sucks for many reasons. But also, I never get away. Like, I can ask people to babysit, but I don't like to do that too often. You know. Here we go. I'm gonna put this one kind of toward the outside a little bit. There we go. Oh my God, I love this ribbon. Will you marry me? No, I know I took a vow of celibacy, but please, just, maybe just like a one-night stand. I don't know. I love this ribbon so much. All right, here we go. All right, this last piece I'm going to put in, kind of going underneath here. And then I'm going to try to spread this out so I can bring a piece over here so then it looks more integrated. I'd like to put a little bit in there, but well, there we go. Pull that down. I want to just fill this in a little bit, having some stuff in there. There we go. There we go. Okay. Now, I do have some other stuff for filler, but I am going to hold on to that because now I want to put in my 3 beautiful hydrangeas. These are some pretty big heads. They're huge. But I love it. I love it. What I don't know, though, is if, I think I'm going to have to use these to cut them because these go wider. Trying to figure out how long of a stem I need to leave on these. I wish you guys could feel it. It's got like that, I don't know, it's just got a really pretty feel to it. Now this one is slightly different than this other one, but it's close enough that I'm gonna put a blue, and then this purple one kind of like over there. So that's my plan, Stan. Let me try to cut it down here first and see. Oh, that cut like butter. Like Linda Richmond, it cut like butter. It did. Trying to figure out. Yeah, I'm gonna have to cut that down. I want to keep the leaves, but I might have to snip it here and then put the leaves in separately because I have a feeling that that's going to be just a little bit too. I'm going to do that. All right, as close to the bottom of there as I can get it. All right, cutting off some of the extra little nubs that are going to get in the way if I try to shove it in there any deeper. This whole entire conversation is extremely inappropriate, and I apologize. Okay, I'm going to try to put this in first. Okay, I'm going to put this down at the bottom. And the blue, I'm going to try to go right in here. This wreath does not have a whole heck of a lot of space in some of these spots. So let me try to, there we go. Try to push it in. There, okay, I got it in. I'm just gonna go hit it with some extra glue. There we go. And then I wanna bring it out. There. Pretty, pretty. Now I do still have these leaves then. I could put these somewhere down here perhaps. I might do. Or actually I think maybe in here might be good because I'm trying to fill this in and I really don't have much in there. So let's see. I got a spot. I think I do. I think I do. I just have to be real careful not to, let's not screw up the ribbon. Don't mess up the ribbon. Don't mess up the ribbon. I know all you're seeing is my head. I'm sorry. But at least my hair is dyed now, so you can't complain too much. I'm not liking that. The stem is very, very thick, and it's too low. Ah, I like that. And I'm gonna stick that in there. Whew. Okay, I need a fan break. Hold on. Hold on. Menopause dance break. Woo, woo. Hold up the armpits. Pretend like I'm dancing, but I'm really just looking for some air. Woo. Diet Coke. Drink of champions. All right. I got two other ones to get in there. So let's see. I'm going to put the other one that was the same exact color in kind of a similar type of position, but only up above. Oh. Get that plastic out of there. Get that plastic out of there. Ah. All right. Here we go. So it was this one. So I'm going to trim it right down here. Sorry, I inhaled something. It wasn't the good kind of stuff I like to inhale. This was like a piece of something. All right. Ugh. Yuck. All right. All right. Will it fit? I'm doing what I call a dry fit. I want to see if this is going to fit where I think it will. Gosh, the stem is so fat. Usually when I say I like a good fatty, this ain't what I'm talking about. Ooh. Okay, I'm just going to go leave it in there, but I'm going to hit it with the glue. It went in, and I'm going to leave it there. There we go. There we go. They feel so pretty. I just love how they feel. Okay. All right. Oh, cut that one. Okay, now this one's a little bit different. But I'm going to try to put this one, I think, kind of... Ew, you know what? No. No. Unless they put it like... That's too symmetrical. I don't like that. That's not bad. That's not bad. I don't know. The problem is, I'm not sure that there's a spot for it to go into. Oh, there is. Okay, I'm going to do something. I'm going to secure it with a zip tie because the stem is so thick that I want to make sure there's no chance that this is going to come out. So I'm trying to weave a zip tie through this baby. All right. It's kind of coming around the side, but no one's ever going to see that. I just like to really know that what I put in there is absolutely secured. All right. I think I have some other purplish blooms that I'm going to put in here too. Because I do have more of, I have this. Okay, I've got this, but, oh, I just heard little footsteps coming down. There's not a lot of this. This is smaller. This is cute little filler, and I do have 3 bushes of this. So maybe I will try to put a little bit of this in, but I think it's got these large blooms. So I think I want to try to put some more florals in here. So hold tight. I'm going to walk around here. I'm going to walk around. I'm going into my personal stash. Ooh. Okay, I found something. Ooh, ho, ho. Check that out. Ooh, pretty. So, yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. I'm not going to be able to keep that leaf on there though, but let's see if I got somewhere I can put this. There's just not a lot of space going on in this particular grapevine. Is a little, I don't know, it's a little weird to be honest. Where can I shove this? Where can I shove you? I cut that one a little too small. All right, so I'm going to try to put this one maybe. Don't be difficult. It is being difficult. All right, I'm going to let that one go. I'm going to cut one longer. Ooh. I'm not hugely fond of the yellow in the middle, but there's a little bit of like greenish, not yellowish, but you know, in there. So let's see where we can put this baby. I don't like that. It's too 1, 2, 3, 4. It's too onesie twosie. I don't know. I wish I had something smaller that was lighter purple because these are awfully big. These are really, really big. I kind of wanted something a little smaller. I don't really want to bring in any of the pink. Oh, let me go look. What do I have? No. 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 Well, it's not a flower. got some of this. But I think I already got so much filler bush that that would just be more filler bush. But it does kind of look like this. So if I needed to add that, I could add that. I wanted smaller purple, darn it. But I bet you I was at the store and I should have got some. Well, no, I think it's going to take away if I add in too much other stuff. All right, let me see. I think let me just try to add in some of this and see what I think. Maybe this will be enough. You know what? This might end up being enough. I think I like this. I don't want it to look like I've got too much shoved in there, right? I don't want that. But I definitely need to add some bits and pieces of this to make it feel cohesive. So we're also going to put some right back in here. It brings some in. Oh, they pulled it off. Get in there. Get on there. There you go, baby. There you go. There you go. There we go. And I think sometimes if I need more stem, I just have to trim off the bottom. These came from the at-home store, by the way. These are at-home store, $3.99, a whole beautiful bush of these. I love the color. It's one of my favorite bushes from there. And I want it to go in front of that giant leaf. There we go. Oh, something funky with the ribbon bend. There we go. I like that better now. All right. Maybe I will put in a little bit of this. A little bit of this. I just feel like it needs, right in here, there's just, there. Okay, I like that much better now. There, I just needed a little something right in there, right? Pull this more up to the front because I'm not going to put anything else in. There we go. Liking it. Okay, just maybe a couple of more pieces of this, a little more of the other, and I'll probably call it a day. Looking for something right up in here. Go. Oof. Let's hit that with a little bit of glue itself directly. There we go. All right. 2 more of these. This right behind that other piece, kind of like right in here. I feel like there's just a little bit of a gap going on. I want to get something in here. There. There, much better, much better. Okay. Snippy, snippy. I'm gonna go get something right, put it right in there to kind of come around that side, right? I know all you're seeing is my head. I'm sorry, I apologize. There. I like that a lot. one coming up from here. Down just a little bit. There we go. Beautiful. Perfect. Get the price tag off because we classy like that. Snip the nubs. A little floral vasectomy, if you will. Oh, sorry, that hurt me more than it's going to hurt you. No, it didn't. There. Now I got one kind of on either side. One's coming down a little bit. Kind of filling that in right there. I've got one more piece. Where do we think we're going to need this piece? Right down here. I feel like it needs a little bit with kind of some of the length. Perfect. All right. Here we go. One last kind of readjustment here on the bow. Those loops going in. I used to use too much 2.5 inch using ribbons for grapevines, and now I really do like to use sometimes just 1.5 inch. Go. I don't want those two right in front of each other. Okay. All right. That, I think. Oh, wait. I got one little piece. If you know me, you know I'm all about, I'm never not going to use one little piece left. I got one little one. It needs to go with its floral family. All right, it's gonna go right in there. Tucking right in there. Looks beautiful. All right. So this is my finished design. It is the Hydrangea Grapevine. Absolutely gorgeous. These feel so lifelike, so pretty. Perfect. And I mean, this obviously you could do spring, but the colors on this can go into summer. I mean, it doesn't have to be super bright for summer, right? So this is definitely at least a 2-season wreath. Okay, I'm going to have this listed shortly at sweetredecor.com. If you want to head on over there. I'm also selling ribbon kits, mesh, ribbon rolls, wreath kits, ribbon rolls, and signs and a bunch of other stuff. I'm going to have some attachments. I got some cowboy hats and legs going on there, so go check that out, sweetredecor.com, or you can also shop makeawreathkit.com. Will also take you right to the wreath kit page. All right, thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. Have a wonderful evening, and yeah, time to thank spring, right? No more snow. Mother Nature, hear me. No more snow. We done. Okay. All right, bye guys. Have a good night.
Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe. You can follow me on social media and shop my items at sweetredecor.com.